Hold it like you're getting a facial.
Yep.
Just ready.
3, 2, 1. Hi, this is Andrea.
Hi, this is Kayli.
And welcome to Just the Typical Podcast. Tonight we have a little guest.
He really is little.
He is tiny. It's Jeremiah Stinkuns.
It's my big
Jeremy
brother.
Hey guys.
In a little body.
Hi, welcome. Thank you for joining us.
It's at my house, so.
Oh, well.
Wow, what a fucking dick.
Okay.
Already.
Get out.
And we're off. And we're off to the races.
Who let this?
You owe me a blowjob.
Later. So.
What'd you do today?
Jeremy. Oh, you want to start again?
Oh, well, what we were talking about, pet names.
We're talking. Oh, is that what we were talking about? You want to try and trick me?
Yeah.
You want to trick me?
No, but we really were asking you if you two, Andrea and James,
our producer.
James, producer, husband.
Yes.
His name is James because he's one.
That is one. So yeah, we were talking about pet names, and do you use pet names
like with your lover,
with your lover,
partner,
your coupled person, your partner? And we started to go, but we're like, no, let's talk about it here. So
I was simple.
Way to cut her off,
babe. Well, I already know how the story ends, so I might as well start with the boring one, and like we can move it up.
God.
Yeah, I want to hear
Mine,
it. So
it was just like babes, like baby.
Typical.
I used to fucking hate listening to you call Josh baby. I was like, I'm gonna fucking kill you. And I shit you not, I don't know if this is all gay couples or just the two of them, because Jeremy was a gymnast and Josh was a dancer. They couldn't just like be sitting like this together like we are, just naturally. I shit you not, it was a pose. Every time they sat down, like one of them's like this and the other one's wrapped around like a snake or a serpent and like heads underneath. It was fucking ridiculous.
Are you
And
jealous?
like, well, we're just comfortable like this.
They're pretzel boys.
God.
Pretzel
Anyway,
boys.
sorry, that was a little side.
Do you use pet names?
Yeah, Kayli.
I mean, I guess it depends on the partner.
Really,
but
actually. I
Really?
say Stan all the time. And
I've heard
sometimes I
you
say
start
honey.
saying, yeah, honey.
Or like
Statty.
honey. Yeah.
Well,
it's
but
honey.
Statty's a joke. Obviously.
Well, is it?
I wouldn't.
Like if I'm being like I want something, I need him to do something, I'm like, Daddy, or like, Daddy, will you do me a favor? But no, normally I literally just call him
Does he
Stan.
say anything?
Yeah, does he call you?
He
anything?
never even says my name.
I want to ask him about this
I
next
swear
week.
to God, he calls
does
me.
he say?
He calls me nothing. He just speaks.
Hey!
He doesn't say my name, and when he will, it'll be like once every 6 months, and I'm like, oh, I liked it.
He doesn't even say like to me like, where's
Hey
Kayli?
Bean. No, where's your sister?
And
Never.
he doesn't call me Jeremy. He
says
calls
my
me
name.
Bean.
Huh.
Yeah, Jeremy's Bean.
Yeah, he doesn't say Kayli.
He calls you what?
Bean.
Bean.
So he has nicknames,
Yeah.
but you don't have one, Kayli?
No, she has no name.
I don't get called anything.
She
Your
has
name
no
was-
name.
He like in his text, he calls me baby, and he calls me darling.
Okay, that's sweet. So
Um,
that's those are little pet
I like
names.
that.
But like,
Even if he doesn't verbalize it, I guess.
yeah, no,
Let's ask him about that next week.
it's really weird though. He does not say my name.
Huh.
That is weird.
Mhm.
Say my name, say my name.
Seriously.
Hmm.
When
And I
people
hated
are
when he
around.
stared calling me Bean.
Why does he call you Bean?
There's
Like a-
no fucking logical
Doesn't he know
sense.
that you're,
He just
No.
calls me Bean.
He one day he was
He's
like,
like, I'm going to call
he's
you
like
Bean.
a bean, and then he was like,
He
hey,
literally
Bean.
looked at me at work and he was like, I'm just going to call you Bean now. And I said, please
Did
don't.
he start laughing?
No.
Yeah, he's laughing in my face. And I was like, please don't call me that. Because one of the things he would always do is he would say at the end of the night, this is when he was my boss, is he would say,
Thank you
thank
guys.
you guys
I
so much for
appreciate
your
all your
hard work
and effort.
And I was like, that's the most fucking condescending thing you could say to anybody. He's like, no, but I mean it. And I was like, but it's fucking condescending as fuck. So
He's like,
never
"All
say
right,
that to
Bean.
me and don't
All right,
call me Bean.
Bean."
Don't fucking call me Bean. And then it grew on me. So now if
So
he doesn't call me Bean, I'm like, why is it?
Is he mad at me, or are you calling him
Are,
freehole?
are we okay?
Where's
are we okay?
Where's freehole? He does that
Freehole
too.
it?
Yeah.
That's funny.
Freehole.
Let's precious.
That's one Bean.
But I want to know what you.
So let's
and-
amp
Well,
up the
I'll-
game and hear
I'll
your
let,
guys's.
I think it would be kind of fun to let James recall what I call him,
Okay.
and I'll let you know what he calls me, because I've never really been that style of a people,
Yeah.
but apparently
James,
I am. So take it away, James.
give us your morning voice
All right.
and talk to us like we're Andrea.
I've got a variety of names that she calls me. Let's see. Jimmy. And I've never liked Jimmy or let anyone else call me that, but I love when she does it. It's special and different.
Aww.
And I mean that sincerely.
That's so fucking cute.
But from there, it's well.
No, I like it.
It's also James, not
Because
James,
he is one.
because there's only one of me, I guess. And she'll call me Jimmy Dean.
Is that when you bust out that hog?
That's when he brings out that sausage.
The next one is Jimmy Dean sausage.
Yes, it is.
Jim Bag.
Is that when you're in trouble?
Hey, Jim Bag.
Calls me a goat, an old goat, a stinky goat.
Do any of these have like
She
stories
calls
behind
me
them?
no.
Nope.
She calls me bitch.
Okay.
Hey, bitch.
Let's see. Fart man, fart boy, honey boobs,
Okay.
sausage man. Let's see. Shit ass.
I like shit
You
out,
guys,
shit out,
he's
shit
slitting his wrist right now, by the way.
Wiener hands. Jimmy style
I've heard that one.
sausage. Sheenus.
God damn it, Andrea.
What else? I mean,
It's just
yeah.
a thesaurus.
That's
It is.
ridiculous.
I've got she's got names on always.
I always wished I could like give people nicknames.
Love
and
you.
I don't even use them. They make me uncomfortable.
I've always used them.
No, like people will call me Kay, and I'm like, don't do that. That's disgusting. Or like Brit. I won't. No, it's Brittany. Your name's Brittany.
Brit?
You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
shortening. I can't. I don't do that.
Yeah.
Damiana was the only one really that I would let it slip sometimes, just because her name's so fucking long.
Oh,
takes a
Dami.
while.
Damiana. So we
Dami.
can call her Dami.
Which just sounded like dummy.
Like Ange. I'm not gonna do it. No, your name's Angelica. Like
Oh.
My uncle
No, see,
calls
I
me
do that.
Ange.
Ange.
And
Yeah. That makes
you're-
sense. I find it endearing. I know I'm Andrea.
I thought of one though while you were
Ange.
doing that. It's like I do call them biscuits and biscuit tits.
Stan.
Yeah.
See, there you go.
Mhm.
I called Josh by biscuits.
Oh,
Yeah.
Jeremy, you have to steal my fucking thunder.
Well, I
I'm speaking. What that's about is I'm standing my ground to the Ruargs.
Right, because apparently,
Because am speaking now.
my name's Andrea.
I was
and
just
I've
going to
joined
tell
the
you what James
conversation.
calls me because
no, I want to hear it, but just let them know that whole
just let them.
bullshit was just about them telling me I cut her off at every fucking right turn.
You just did it.
I wanted them to have. I wanted them to have an example of the fuckery. That's what I was doing in Zach's mouth last night. Go
I
ahead.
saw a little bit of it before we
It's
left.
really good.
You're pissing the dogs off, Kayli.
So
Okay.
James is precious and calls me just a couple things. Baby love.
Stop it.
Sweet baby love. Joke's on him. Honey, wifey, and sweetie.
And you have Goat Man and fucking sausage
Honey,
tits.
just like
And
Bottomless pit.
Wiener
Bring me
hands,
something.
sheenus, marinus,
that's good.
shit ass. But look at him.
That's what our uncles used to
Jimmy.
call us, was shit ass. And ass
Ass eyes.
What? What was that last one?
If
Ass
you had
eyes.
brown eyes,
Ass
he would
eyes?
call you
Oh,
ass eyes.
Yeah.
That's me.
Yeah.
I think
Come
I'm
here,
the only
ass
one
eyes.
here. Winnie and I have ass eyes.
Wait, what color are your eyes, James?
They're like
They are blue?
I thought
Like
he
a
said
gray blue.
beautiful.
My eyes are
beautiful.
beautiful.
My eyes are beautiful.
Like a bluish gray.
They change, right? Do you know
Sometimes
that
yeah.
people
grayish
with blue
blue.
eyes... listen,
Yeah.
you can fact check me here,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
blue eyes aren't actually a color. Like it's... People with blue eyes do not have blue eyes. It's like a clear, and it just picks up on all the colors around, so they're not actually blue, which is why they
don't-
change with what you wear.
I
It's
don't-
well, there's and it's kind of there's like a range of blue, but are you gonna say the thing about the one person with blue eyes, James? James is looking at me. Okay, I'm gonna say my thing, and then James has got something to say. People with blue eyes are actually a mutation, and everyone with blue eyes are related, like your genetics are traced back to the same person, the one person who started the mutant.
She literally just told me I'm Storm and you
Well.
are fucking Wolverine.
And that our family tree doesn't
fact
fork.
check me on that. It is
She said that it's a mutated gene because our families are incestuous. So our family
Basically.
tree doesn't fork and we're
That's
mutated.
because our
Fork,
genes
yeah.
are so good that we want to date each other. There's no one else. You know what I
You're
mean?
gross.
Way back then, it was like, listen, I'd
Foul.
rather.
Fact check.
Well, I've always had a really hard time looking at my eyes and telling what color they were, like if I'm looking in a mirror, which I think is really weird.
Wait, say that again?
I have a really hard time looking at my own eyes in the mirror and determining what color
Me
they
too.
are.
Me too. I don't know.
I don't
I know
know.
exactly what color my eyes are. I'm fine with it.
No, then
I've
my
been
eyes
told they were
changed.
hazel. They were hazel on my driver's license forever. Now I'm told they're blue. I think they're kind of a grayish light. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah.
That's
Blue eyes are an inherited trait that occurs when there's less melanin in the iris. And the history of it originates back to a mutation likely between the year 6,000 and 10,000 years ago in Northern Europe. And it's traced back to like one person.
where's the incest part?
I didn't say you brought up incest.
No, I
Jerry
did not.
Springer.
Somebody else said that.
Okay, well,
He was like,
sick.
no, we're
Sick. Well, you might as well be. Might as well be. I see you holding hands.
I'm fine with it. It's
Might as
fine.
well be.
In the year 6000.
In the years.
Yeah, we weren't woke. I'm just kidding. I don't say that word. I don't say that word at all.
woke.
What'd you do today, though? For real?
I worked.
What's today? Friday.
Today is Friday.
Yes, it is.
TGIF. It is Friday. I don't have to go to work tomorrow.
Oh my God, me neither. And I
Well,
had today
actually-
off.
It's funny because Kaylee's not.
I don't work.
This is your job. This is your job now.
Mhm.
I just worked and dealt with the public, and that's always a challenge. It's good for material. It also is
Yeah.
a reminder to like keep you humble and not be awful to people that are trying to help you.
Mhm.
Sometimes it's really hard
Yeah.
to not be awful.
Yeah. Well, I feel like to expand on that little thought, because you mentioned it last night about East Coast and West Coast culture, social culture. Do you think that you guys were there for almost 20 years, right?
Yeah.
So do you feel, you've been half of your life on the West Coast and half of it on the East Coast, really?
Right, but more aware of the half on the East Coast because
Yeah.
Do you feel like because you guys seem like East Coast people now.
I don't feel like West Coast anymore. I think,
Yeah, you don't seem like it.
like I
mean, respectfully.
Really?
there's a whole like
Yeah,
I can feel a
tell
whole
you
like
why.
layer on me that like is fucking hard and a little bit cold and like rushes things and doesn't have
Yeah.
patience and but the thing
What's
is
that about? Like, why do you think? Because I didn't see, honestly, when I was in New York, I didn't see a lot of that. I just saw people just kind of minding their business and doing their thing. And like, I loved it because I walk fast and I'm like, okay, let's go.
What are you talking about in the city though?
In the city and even in Long Island, like you guys like warned me about people. And the only terrible thing I saw was the man masturbating on the subway.
Right.
But apart from that, people were really nice.
To completion.
To completion,
Let's make
making
sure-
eye
yes,
contact
with both of us. Yes. Deadlocked eyes. She's like, I'm gonna get this one out. Yeah.
Women never do that, by the way. Well, I
I've
never
done
say
it.
never.
Every night.
Well,
Fucking
let's
A
do it.
train. I'm just kidding.
The C tram, Trimet.
You must take
I'll
the
never
A
forget
train.
drinking
She asked a
champagne
question,
on
though.
a subway with you, Andrea Madison, in Manhattan on my birthday.
Oh, that was wonderful.
That was fucking
Did we go to that
awesome.
was the World Trade Center day?
Yeah,
Yeah.
we went to the, well, it's not the World Trade
Who
Center.
somebody had a bowel movement at the very top.
You did, and you said I've shat at the highest
I don't
point
think that's
in
true.
the
I don't have bowel movements.
hemisphere.
Obviously one of you two.
I was so jealous that I wanted to do it too.
I'm pretty sure that you informed me of the app like that tracks
Oh
your
yes, where you
shits.
could tell. Yeah.
Yeah,
But not for me. It was for a friend.
it was for a friend.
Yeah.
Oh, Kayli.
And what you were saying, you derailed it with your champagne gay bullshit. Long
culture.
Islanders, they're always out to get something or to create a problem, have a problem, and then be treated specially
Mhm.
because.
So
of
like
it.
what Pete Davidson says is pretty true. Like people are kind of just toxic there,
He's from
Yes.
Staten Island.
but he talks mad shit about Long Island.
Long
Okay.
Island is
As long as he's not, 'cause-
absolute breed of people. When you
Maybe I'm
answer a phone
mistaken, but I'm
call,
pretty
like
sure.
if you are in customer service, you are immediately on the defense before the conversation has even taken off. You've got your fucking I's dotted and your T's crossed, and you're ready for a fight.
10 walls of guards. Like,
all
you're
the time.
ready.
So just think about like what that does for somebody with anxiety or just stress.
You're just
in
always
general,
guarded.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
It's you can't ever let that down. Like there's gonna be a problem, and you can you get to a point where you can just pick them out by sight. Like you don't even have to hear them talk. You watch someone walk in, and you're like, "This bitch." Yep, here we go. It's the East Coast Karen. So
Like,
what would we call
Describe
her?
her.
Well, people.
I want to hear an impression of this. Take me there. Take me there.
I could talk like this all day long. No, we ordered 4 tacos. There's only 3 in the bag. I'm looking at 3. Did you look underneath the tacos? Like, is it? Oh, yeah, it's in there. But we don't have a lot of queso. This is like seriously.
Like they always have
But
to
they're
have
cold
something to
now.
But
say.
they're cold now. We can't eat them. I'm not eating this crap.
What do you do? Like, do you help? Do you?
It just depends.
It really, yeah. But you can get away with
you're-
shit service too if you say it kindly.
Well,
Because
because
they don't get it.
when me and Kayli first started at the restaurant, it was not a spot, and me and Kayli brought West Coast
Customer service.
customer service to that, and we kept it like that for a really long time. But because me and Kayli are smart about it and realized like how to read the room and the people, we realized that we could get away with saying
Horrible
things to them as long as we ended it
With like, okay.
with just
or
a
like,
fake smile
yeah.
And a
then-
smile.
because
I need examples.
well, like just one of the like it's
A quick one.
isn't one, but like you answer people's questions for them. So like when you ask how's their day going, or if they need anything, how you doing? You okay? You okay? And you walk away. You answered their
You've
question
answered
for
their
them.
question.
So they're
Like,
like
everything's
oh,
good
yeah,
here,
I guess
right?
it is fine.
Yeah.
I guess it is fine. Yeah,
I see.
Or
And
like
for context, you guys
Oh.
owned and worked at many.
Mexican restaurant.
Yeah,
Jeremy
Tex-Mex
did- I was the
restaurants.
owner.
So
Jeremy
you're in
was
food
my
service, and I
employee.
just, if you haven't worked in food service before, it is one of the most thankless fields, underrated. People are incredibly rude about
Yeah.
fucking food.
Yeah.
It is insanity to me, like the abuse that people feel entitled that they can hurl
I will
over their tacos.
People.
I'm just kidding. No, you're good.
One
I'm
time
done.
someone
I'm done.
sent us a picture of like literally a fucking like railroad spike
In their burrito.
in their burrito, and we're like, that obviously didn't come from our restaurant.
You
But they're
put
like,
that in
you
there.
had this
That's
in
a
our
joke.
food."
And
We're
then
like,
post it on
"Get
Google
the
or Yelp.
fuck
And
outta
people
That
hide
is a
behind their
joke.
keyboard. No, it's not a joke.
Wow.
But like people hide behind a
railroad
keyboard.
spike.
Oh
and,
yeah, a
you
Yelp
know,
reviewer. Don't even get me
they're
started.
horrible.
I was at a. I want to get back to that in a second. I'm going to pull a Ruark real quick.
I have something
kidding.
really important to say. Just remind me.
I got you.
I'm gonna forget it. I'm stoned.
Yelpers are some of the worst style of
Wretched.
people. Absolutely. I was at a very delicious, I'll just give it a shout out because we're not sponsored. It's called Euro House out in Hillsboro, and it's Greek food, Mediterranean
I
food.
would say gyro.
gyro. It's Euro.
I
Okay.
would say gyro house.
And it's delicious. And there was a couple at the table right next to me, and they ordered their tabbouleh or whatever it
Yeah.
was. And I'm not even exaggerating. Their food gets set down. It's pretty quick service. The food is delicious and fresh there, whatever. And the lady's like, huh. Just has a remark. They're taking pictures. They literally are yelping right there live. And I like wait for it and see it. And they just write the most ridiculous made up shit. Like they didn't even have a bite yet.
Right.
And they're bitching. It's just,
Yeah.
why?
no,
Why? Anyway, continue. That's my rant. That's what pisses me off today. Yelpers.
it's totally like not on topic now,
Okay.
but it kind of is because it's still about the restaurant.
Pivot.
I will just say this. What you put out there, you get back, right? So Jeremy and I moved to New York with West Coast customer service, where we made people feel special and important, and we remembered their name and we remembered their order and what their
Had
weird fucking
regulars.
specifications were. Absolutely. So it became a place, and this almost like makes me tear up because I spent so much time there, and it was a work of love for a lot of years. It became this safe spot in this town, Glen Cove, where you knew that like if you were an asshole and you were causing problems, you would be the one that was made to feel uncomfortable, because the restaurant customers would rally around the staff.
They had our backs.
Like if anything were to have happened to me in Glen Cove, that whole town would have stood up for me. Like I had their support. And so you think of New Yorkers and Long Islanders as kind of assholes and whatever. But when push comes to shove, I felt safe more safe in that town than I ever have anywhere on the West Coast because that town had my fucking back.
But didn't something change there? Because
no, I mean, as far as
you still felt like supported by the community and stuff.
Absolutely, they were like so sad to find out that we were leaving. And
sorry.
People would. I didn't, work in the stores. I was at a different kind of level. But people would constantly ask about me. How's your sister? How's this? Like, people would send us gifts, and we made this place this really kind of loving, warm cheers environment, and so it stood out. And that I will always miss that.
I'm so sorry. I really am. I'm selfishly really glad to have you guys back because it was a very long time.
Made me kind of emotional,
which is valid
because I left with so much anger from that job.
Yeah,
but so I stick with that because it's more comfortable, I think, to be mad than
you're unpacking
admit that I miss it so much.
Yeah,
that's why I had to get out, was because I was living in anger. Like by the end, I couldn't. There was no way I couldn't take an order. I will not take orders. And I literally told all the staff, I was like,
I'm just here.
I was like, don't mess with
I'm
me
hardly
up,
here.
I'm not getting on the phone, and I'm not cleaning up after your shit. If you fuck up an order, I'm not getting on the phone and talking to people because they want to talk to the manager.
At that point.
Yeah.
Because if someone had a confrontation with me towards the end, I didn't fucking care whether I lived or died. So I was like, we can go outside and
he would have gone physical.
I do not fucking care.
Jeremy, sorry.
I got in fights with everybody all the time.
Mm-hmm. Throwing
gigantic people that I was like, fucking do it.
Do you remember when I marched out from behind the counter and got in between the two giant fucking men, and I just was like, get the fuck out of the restaurant. Clapping in between their face.
What were they fighting about?
Bullshit.
God knows.
And then another guy brought in a gun.
Oh my
I just got done talking about how we made it this safe place, and everybody knew they could come there. Now there's fucking gun fights and shit. No, this guy came in with a gun to this. We had a six top in the corner, so we couldn't see it from our vantage point. You'd have to walk around to see what was going on. So I saw him come in with a gun, and I didn't think about it at all. That I walked straight up to him and was like, dude, get the fuck out. What are you doing? And he's like, oh, my bad. Because I knew him. It's like, what are you doing? Another time I went to a 7-Eleven. There was this gentleman in the store with me with his hood up. And the cashier's like, you need to take your hood down. Take it down. And he's like, why? Like, what the fuck? He's like, take your hood down. I need to see your face. I don't like that. So he takes his hood off. He goes, come on, man. You think I'm going to rob you with Tex-Mex up in here? I was Tex-Mex. Like, you know what I mean? Just everybody knew you.
Like, we would go to huge parties and literally
local celebrities.
We would walk in and everybody would stop and go,
Tex-Mex. Yeah.
Like,
it's because it was delicious.
Yeah.
It was some of the best food.
Freakish. But then you would, because it was such a small town, like, I would go to, what was the damn store? Stop and Shop. And, like, I'd be walking down the aisles and I don't want to fucking... I'm not being paid. So I'd see customers that I openly don't like when I'm there. So when I'd be walking up and down the aisle trying to find, like, toilet paper, and this guy, he's like, hey, I did a gentle, like, hey, went on my business, grabbed my toilet paper, I'm walking back down the aisle, and he's like, oh, you don't want to stop and talk? I said, fuck no, I don't. And I kept walking.
Jeremy!
I was like, I'm not working.
So he was trying to West Coast you,
and
you were not interested.
He wanted to talk to me, and he probably wanted to tell me something was wrong about his goddamn burrito. That he had
or
a
like
week ago.
tell you wanted a discount.
Wretched.
I gotta go.
I just remembered that I stayed in a hotel during COVID next to the Medford location. Remember, I just needed a break from you and Fucktard. That's my ex-husband. And so I just went one night, and I got into the bath. I was like, gonna just like be alone, because Fucktard was working from home. It was just never stopped. So I was literally in the bath, and I hear the key card like boop, and I'm like, wait, what the fuck? And somebody walked in. They had double booked my room. And so I was getting out of the bath walk. I'm butt ass naked.
No.
And I'm like,
no.
And then I just like covered myself with the fucking towel. And he's like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. And the front desk called me like, what can we do for you? They gave me a bag with 2 Kit Kats, a toothbrush. Fucking like,
that'll do
10% off your next visit. I was like,
I'm never coming back.
No.
So it's another story time.
Yeah, I just remembered this story.
A fable.
We were talking about the restaurant before anyway, so it works. We'll throw this story in.
Yeah.
One night so I lived in the town of Glen Cove, Long Island, and that was where my first restaurant, like flagship store was. Crazy busy all the time, hole in the wall. I get a phone call because I'm on the emergency contact list with the fire department, the police department, right? My phone's blowing up with staff. I'm like, what? Something horrible has just happened. Check the cameras. There's a car in the restaurant.
Oh my.
So I'm like, what the fuck? Stan and I are both like calling as many people as we can to try to get what's going on while we're getting into the car to run up there. It's freezing cold, raining. There's a parking lot directly in front of the window. Like, people are eating at the window. And this car said, they weren't drunk or anything. They said that it just slipped from the brake to the gas. Fucking broke through the entire cement brick and mortar of the fucking store, through the window, fucked up the whole door frame. An entire bench of kids that were probably 14 years old fly into the middle of the fucking restaurant. People are now, the police are there, the fire department's there, I'm there. I can't go in because there's too much glass. They won't let any customers out because there's too much glass. People start ordering through the hole in the glass. DoorDash drivers continue to show up and yell inside, pick up for Jason. Then an employee crawls through the glass, drops the bag over the shattered fucking giant storefront window. And that's how we continued for the next hour or so until they could pull the car out and free the customers. And so we were all over.
People are insane about food.
The
Gross.
Instagram account, Long Island Wise Guy is an Instagram account. It's just very funny Long Island memes and whatever. Like, we were all over that because it was like, Tex-Mex never stop. Like, they just keep working through it. We're literally served food through a shattered glass storefront over a car.
Oh my God.
Story time.
Story time. That was a good one.
Like, sir, there's a car in here. Yeah, but I want a fucking burrito. Like, there's a car.
There's glass in your burrito.
I want it.
Ooh, a new song.
One of the girls is like, I can stay clocked in though, right? I'm like, yep, you're working. It's fine. Juliana. I can stay clocked in though, right? Yes, make that money.
Juliana's cousin was Destiny, and she was like my star. And she was
Destiny.
the one that called me. I was in bed sick with COVID when the car crashed through the fucking restaurant. I was
talk
supposed to
about
be there.
not accurate historians. Go ahead.
No, I was in bed when the car crashed through. Destiny
No, I know.
called
I
me,
believe you.
And she's like, "Oh my God, Jeremy, a car just crashed through the restaurant." And I was like, "Okay, breathe and just hear me. Are you okay?"
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. Is anybody hurt? Is anybody hurt? No one's hurt. Okay. Have someone call the police. I was like, "Stop taking orders." And I was like, I'm gonna get in touch with everybody else and just make sure that everybody stays safe.
So I'm turning everything off, right, from my phone, turning off DoorDash, turning off Uber Eats, turning off like the online ordering portal, making sure that nobody can continue ordering while driving in the rain. The phone call I get is Juliana. There's like a fucking car in here. I'm like, what are you talking about? Yo, dude, like somebody like fucking came in, like they drove in the store. Like
who was the driver?
Like, it's here right now.
Was it?
They came hard. Be like, seriously. And I'm like, Julia, what happened? No, for real. Someone's in their car's in the store right now. Like, let me talk to somebody else. This is not.
I need facts.
It's terrible.
I want to know about the driver. Did you ever see them, or were they an old person?
Back is like, some pinche got away. Sorry, go ahead. The driver was like an older.
It was an Uber driver, and they mistook the gas.
Did they want their order still, or?
Yeah, he walked to the door.
He did walk to the door.
I got an order for Johnny. Sir, this is not where you park.
It's so funny. So after that week,
I'm glad everyone was okay.
We got the whole storefront redone. I mean, like, we continued serving food through like a wooden board where I spray painted, like tagged it, like we're still open because you couldn't see anything. It was the trashiest shit you'd ever seen, but we didn't want to like lose money and close.
Like the door was a wooden, like
literally a wooden
castle, like,
and it had a rope that was seriously. So we finally get it fixed after probably 3 weeks. 4 nights later, I get a phone call at 2 a.m. from the police. Somebody broke in.
Surprise!
What the fuck? I get up to the store. I have to go. I'm the closest one. Shattered window. Somebody fucking broke in. Ex-employee that I had just fired 2 weeks prior because I caught him stealing from the registers.
Yes.
So Tex-Mex got bad luck all over Instagram, all over everything. You know, shattered front door. We fix it. 1 week goes by. Comes back, breaks it in again.
That bitch.
I swear to God.
So
He
then
came 3
They
times.
bought like airplane glass that like you can't break through.
He
You
broke in
through it.
3 times.
Did you call the cops? Did you have video? Like,
We
what
had
happened?
They
the cops
did.
like,
They're
were
like,
doing
well,
stakeouts.
we can't see his face in the video. I'm like, I'm telling you who this person is. Every single person can hit the way he walks. The way he walks. That's we called it the
Meanwhile,
shuffle. Like,
he robbed the pizzeria 2 stores down
and the burger spot
and the
chocolate place.
and then the pizzeria down the hill.
Yeah.
Say his name.
We shan't.
I
That would be
shan't. Yeah, that'd
I
be
think that would be
sad.
some illegal
Oh yeah,
consequences
maybe.
that could. Yeah.
If
I
you
don't know.
say
Like
his
I had to
first
like
name.
do
Yeah.
his first name. Arlen.
Never heard of her.
Never heard of her. I don't
know
care.
her. I don't know her.
I don't know her. Never heard of her.
I don't know her.
This is all just hearsay anyway,
Allegedly.
right? Allegedly.
Nobody's even listening.
I know.
So
It's just the 3 of us later on tonight.
it's just us
Fuck, man.
here.
Yo, one night it was really busy and this homeless guy came in and he was just like being a fucking dick and yelling and shit. There's no room in the restaurant. I'm in Medford where it's much more white trash. Glen Cove is like a mini Manhattan, like melting pot. You don't know who's going to come in the door. Medford is like blue collared, white trash, heavy, like trash, just trash. Sorry about it. You know who you are, Shirley.
Never heard of her.
It's a town.
Never heard of her.
Anyway, this guy will not shut the fuck up. And I literally just go home.
Oh,
Everybody looked at me
Kayli
like, I was like, well, so he finally left. I told the homeless person to go home.
He is home. His home is
Oh,
everywhere.
It was good.
Speaking of which,
What, you're going to be homeless if you don't go to work? Just kidding.
I wish I had a job.
JK, we're billionaires.
Yeah.
We're
We're
Cash
just-
money.
We don't need your money.
Well, the
Make it
problem is I
rain
have
on
so
it.
much money. I don't know what to do with
I
it all.
have
and
the same
universe just
problem.
keeps
You're a
sending
liar,
me
and the
money.
truth ain't
I
in
have
ya.
so much
You
money
have to say
that I don't know what to
yourself,
do
so
with
At
it.
least 7 times a day.
I have so
About
much
how
money,
money you have.
and I don't know
I
what
don't
to
even
do
know
with
what to
it.
do with it all.
So
7 times a day.
these are positive affirmations. Has it worked?
I started saying it 2 days ago, and I will say that in those 2 days, lucrative situations happened.
That's wonderful.
He started sucking dick on the corner. That's why
And
you have more
lucrative
money.
situations happen.
You fuck around though.
That's a good story. Do you want to tell that story time? Yeah, Jeremy. Jeremy, please do a story time for us before you have to.
Rachna?
Yeah.
Well,
I would like to share with you soon some excerpts from my book On a Buffalo Wing and a Prayer.
Yeah, we'll have that.
okay. Well,
Just to self-promote.
that's a different dish. I'm
Buffalo
serving
wing and a
nonetheless
prayer.
from Tualatin.
Yes.
I took my lovely younger brother Zach, who has been a guest on the pod, to a dentist appointment where they were going to rip all of his fucking rotted teeth out of his head so he can be fitted for dentures. And I knew it was going to be a long.
You should seriously write children's
situation.
books. Children's books.
I knew it was going to be a long situation, so I was going to sit there or figure something out to do. And when I checked him in, the lady told me that I had to stay in the parking lot with the car, and I'm like, no. Like, you can't tell me what I can and can't do. And so I 100%
kidnapping.
was going to leave. Like, you cannot tell me what the hell I'm going to do. So
I'm not ditching him here.
I know, like, they're going to just, like, his brother never picked him up, so now we've got this toothless the homosexual
We don't know what to do with him.
living in the basement. Anyways, so I didn't leave.
Toothless homosexual living in the basement?
So I was like, I'll
Love
be
you,
productive. We took his car out there, and it's a filthy mess. So I start cleaning, and went in. Like, I wanted him to have a surprise new car, and he's got blankets. I'm making out this weird like bedded seat in the back, which in hindsight
It's cleaner than his mattress, so it's fine.
So at one point, this
Love
shifty
you, Zach.
character,
Love you. Shout out.
this one guy just kind of slowly saunters up to me. He's got a cigarette. He's white. Looks a little sketchy, but whatever. He comes up to me and just like, how you doing? I'm like, I'm okay. Gave him like the one eyebrow lift. Like, I don't fucking talk to me. Like, I put my
I'm from
shit
New
away.
York. Get out of here.
Went back to my business. 15 minutes later, comes back up. I'm like, can I help you? Do you need something? And he's like, do you fuck around?
Oh.
I'm like,
Fuck around, find out.
what the fuck did you just say? Do you fuck around?
Jeremy.
So my mind went a million miles an hour because I'm like, oh, wait.
Call
Is he
girl.
talking about drugs?
Lot lizard.
I was like, he can't be offering me drugs. Like, poor people don't just offer drugs. Like, so he's got to be thinking sex. He thinks I'm a fucking hooker. He thinks I'm
Sex
making
worker.
a bed in the back of my brother's car, and then I'm a fucking Tualatin tramp. And so I said, I'm fucking busy, bitch. And he was like, all right, and walked away. And I immediately started trembling and ran inside the dentist's office. And I was like, I almost got
Graped.
Where's my toothless brother? And he was already in his wheelchair, and we got to leave. But
hey, Jeremy.
at least I know I have options.
They told you couldn't drive yourself home after one operation recently.
Oh,
You're
yeah.
so stupid. Your ending line, I can't. I'm sorry. The rest of the story is cool and everything, but he's like, sir, you can't leave. And you're like, I'm just fucking going anyway. Sir, you can't leave. Jeremy keeps walking. And the guy's like, what's your name? And Jeremy goes, cigarette.
That's not.
And then honks his nuts at him like he's somebody.
I said, I'm needing to smoke a fucking cigarette. I just want to smoke a cigarette.
Don't wear it out.
In hindsight, I wish I would have said Beyonce.
Jeremy.
If I had said my name was Beyonce, that would have been a perfect
Beyonce
story.
Knowles.
But I had just been under anesthesia. None of my family wanted to pick me up, so I did have to escape the wheelchair. Like
they
Grim
called
Reaper
me
man.
when you went in and said, "We'll call you when he's done."
Mm-hmm.
I got no calls.
Oh.
I got no calls.
We're gonna file a complaint.
Oh my god! Really quick. I'm sorry. I'm doing it. I have ADD. Like there's a lot that happens in my brain that I have to get it out or I go crazy.
Oh really?
Well, I swear to God, Jeremy looks at me like I'm fucking insane. Like he doesn't get it. It's so fast in here, and I have to get it out.
Get it out.
My dad had come to visit us in New York, and I was like, Daddy, will you walk with me to 7-Eleven? Like, I'm scared. And he goes, oh, bullshit. You couldn't get 3 gay guys to pull you into a back alley and fix your hair.
Oh, my. Jerry Dawn.
Yeah. So I would love to talk about my father one day.
I would love to have your father here.
Just the things he did to us. And literally, he said he was raising his comedic army, but he fucking gaslit the shit out of every single one of us. And if I told the stories of the things that he did to us,
oh, they're coming.
Just because he could fuck with us.
Keep you on your toes. You gotta look alive. So we've got a new segment that I want to try out, Anya.
Okay.
It's called Must Have Heard You Wrong. Let's catch up. Okay. You got it?
Well, it's all behind me now.
Oh.
Oh my God.
The point of this segment is to just catch up because I must have heard you wrong. Kayli and I have been apart for so long. The story times are great, but I think we need to kind of get to know each other again.
Yeah.
So this is an opportunity. I'm going to ask you some questions, just some regular get to know you questions.
Okay.
Some Googled questions. I'd like you to, maybe do the same, or I'll answer back too.
I want you to answer first what you think it is.
Oh.
And then I'll tell you the truth. And I promise not to change my answer.
Oh. We can do that
Andrea. Too. Man in the can, get back in that can. And we're back.
And we're back.
I can't.
Excuse me, gaseous.
Somebody light up some.
So do you want to ask the question first?
No, you go for it. I don't care. Whatever. I've got
all right. I'm gonna just pick. I have a list.
These are like simple, very simple questions.
Very simple.
Yeah.
I already kind of know family stuff. Let me see here. I don't want to say what's your biggest pet peeve because we all have many. Mm-hmm. What is a big pet peeve? Like the first pet peeve that comes to your mind?
First thing that came to my head was this. When somebody passes away and then anyone connected to that person immediately is like, they were the most loving, wonderful. No, they weren't. Maybe they were a fucking asshole. Maybe they had a drinking problem. Maybe they took pills. You know what I mean? Don't, just because in the absence of their real life here, change their fucking memories. Tell it like a TI is. And that doesn't make you a bad person either. I'm serious though. It's bullshit. And after a mutual friend of ours, sadly, heartbreakingly passed away when we were really young, Andrea and I. Aaron Wagner, rest in peace.
Love him.
Fucking love you to the moon and back. Andrea and I were very close with Aaron. So, I'm saying Andrea and I, I'm talking to you. You and I were super close with him. That's not
Absolutely.
a lie. That's not something that was made up. We spent a lot of our time with Aaron.
We had,
we had a band. We had a slumber party. Yes, we were a part of his life and he was a part of ours. He passes away. And people I've never
In high
fucking
school.
seen before are like, we were best friends. Like, I've loved him for 3 years. Why'd I never heard of her?
Never
like,
heard of
bitch,
her.
You don't even know. You didn't exist in
It
his
is
fucking
bizarre.
day to day. Like,
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
I'm
Sounds
with
really
you.
rude. Like,
No.
I'm not telling people not to mourn, but biggest pet peeve is do not
Borrow. It's a weird martyr thing.
Yeah,
I would never. It's bizarre. And he was, by the end of his time with us, he was really kind of, I noticed him getting some riz, as the kids say it, charisma. And he was really friendly and opening up to a lot of people. And I know that, but it was only just happening.
Oh, and it would have continued.
It would have, I mean,
he's
incredible. I know. I miss him all the time, but I'm with you. That is a weird ass thing.
Yeah, it's first one that popped in my head. What about you?
Oh, when people interrupt me.
You're such a fucking
Got him.
You've been planning that since the beginning of the game.
You know
You
it.
calculated cunt.
Well, I'm feeling cunty. I'll buy it.
I'm cunty. I'll buy it.
Besides that,
Stupid bitch.
unsafe driving.
Are you gonna say sex?
Oh no, that's fine.
Hi. That's fine. Pull up
As long as you have a
all the
safe
way.
word, take a shower. It's okay.
Unsafe driving?
Yeah. So both of my parents, not to like spill their tea, but just a little. Anyone who knows me and knows them knows this. Both of my
Ooh.
parents
Okay.
survived fatal car crashes that left them both physically.
In the same car crash?
No.
Oh, okay.
Separate. Individual car crashes, different times, that left each of them with a disability, a physical disability. And people just drive completely recklessly. And I feel like if you ever look around at the DMV,
Mm-hmm.
I don't care if this is rude, look around at the DMV the next time you're there. Those are the fuck faces that are on the road.
Mm-hmm.
And people are me monsters. I feel like they drive as if traffic isn't all around them. It's just what's in front of them. Cutting people don't know how to zipper merge.
Mm-hmm.
Very unsafe. It's, I don't know. I see a lot. So we live in Oregon, Washington area. There's a lot of transplants from other areas. And honestly, our roads are not big enough to deal with the amount of people that are here now.
Yeah.
And the different driving styles. We have people from
All over now.
California, Colorado, everywhere. It used to just be from California.
Which has to be why the driving here just feels so unsure. Does that make sense?
That's what I'm
nobody
saying.
Really knows what to do next.
Well, I do.
Okay, I'm interrupting. Sorry.
No, you're fine. Right. You have to, well, it's like two extremes. It's like way ultra defensive and like, whoa, Weimer-ish, which I cannot. I will point at somebody
I do too.
in the face.
Do you
I will
really-
hang
do
out
you
of the
really
car and I'll
point?
be like, I did it today.
I still stop people.
There was somebody trying to cut us off on 205 where the lanes merge. We're getting, it's the on-ramp. We're getting on
go to the same place.
This bitch is zooming up on the side and she's just driving parallel to us. She's into the yellow line now. Like the lane is tapering and I just stick my hand out and I put my finger up like, just a moment. And I look at her and I just wag it like,
Do you still throw your honks?
oh yeah.
Were you?
You throw your honks back. And what that means is you honk your horn and you throw your head back so that the person behind you knows you're honking at them. Get off my ass.
At four-way stops during the summer, they don't know what to do, so they all just stay there. And I'd be like,
No,
I'd point to the
they
cars,
get a
I'm like,
nice
I'm going
fight.
first, you go,
Right.
you go. It's your turn, then I start clapping.
Directing
I'm
traffic.
like,
Go. No, I'm scared. No, you go first. You first. And the rule is, let's just touch on that. The rule is if you come up to a four-way stop and there's just 2 cars, 3 cars, whatever, whoever is, and it's all at the same time, whoever gets there okay. You don't know who got there first. Who goes?
Person on the right.
The person on the right, the third car, the one furthest to the right. If there's 4 cars there, you make eye contact and and the car goes and the car to the right of them. It's counterclockwise. So people listening, zipper merge, don't zoom up to the beginning just to cut people off. Let somebody in. Every other car. I could go off. But that's a big pet peeve of mine.
I got you. I'm a New York driver now. Yeah, like
But that bottles up. Jeremy just said he's the.
we totally
person.
get that, but we've been.
No, yeah, listen. He just said I'm not.
But I'm
get
gonna
on
get
the
there
mic
faster. But that's New York driving. You have to be
different.
so aggressive.
You cannot think about anybody
else.
but
No,
yourself.
I'm getting in there. You're not. Like straight up looking at each other like, fuck you.
But
I'm not
You
letting
guys
you in.
have to know that that's stupid as hell.
Oh, I know, but that's how
Don't
you
do
had
it
to
here.
It's
the West Coast.
We're
Listen,
breaking habits.
I understand.
Shedding skin.
I'm not saying wait in line and be like, okay, you go first. It's like obviously if you're in that lane, you get up there, but you swoop in. You don't have to jab yourself. I mean, I am an aggressive driver. I'm a defensive driver because people are wicked. I can't say it. Yeah. It's not the 90s anymore. Wicked. My brother is that, so you can't say it. Everyone knows what I just meant. It's fine. I can't handle it because it's not even so much about you're getting in front of me. It's the lack of safety. All it takes is one split second for you to be looking at your fucking phone.
Yeah.
Or be looking at Linda who's trying to race you, and then you run into it. No,
May I ask you a question?
Yeah.
Have you ever been in a car accident, like a bad one?
Yeah. I'm physically.
Oh, I know that then. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I don't remember the story. So.
I have a story time. Here's my story time. You folks were coming to visit us from New York, and I was going over to
a mutual friend's
house to make signs to welcome you guys back at the airport. It was February. It was a little icy out. She lived in Boring, Oregon.
I remember that.
So I had to drive out to the little country a little bit. It was evening. And this is bullshit. We've never talked about this. So if you're listening,
Let's spill some tea.
Let's spill some tea. And I mean, we're fine now, I guess.
Hot.
Ooh, that's hot.
That's hot tea.
So anyways, get to
her
house. As was the plan. She was texting me, blowing me up. I tend to blow people off. I have social anxiety. It's fine. I don't do it anymore,
That's
but
my
I
biggest
did.
pet peeve.
I'm not sorry. I'm not sorry about it.
I'm sorry.
Kayli. So show up to her house. She knows I'm coming. She's like harassed me to get there, understandably, because she wants to make sure I show up. I have a cold. I don't feel very good, but I'm like, you know what? I'm going to show up. I'm doing this. I worked on it. So I get there, knock on the door. I hear music blasting. I hear Bo, their sweet little pit bull, rest in peace, woofing, barking, and the music was just blaring. So they can't hear the doorbell. They don't hear me knocking. The door is locked. And I'm like, okay, they're either or that's sex. Or they forgot. They're
bumping uglies.
Imbibing. They're bumping uglies. They're imbibing in recreational things and forgot. I wait like 10 minutes. It's cold. It's a little snowy. It's icy. And after 10 minutes, I'm like, fuck this. It felt rude as hell, and I was not about it. And so I left. On my drive home in Gresham, I was at a stoplight by the Freddy's, and a kid, like 16-year-old, something like that, he rear-ended me going about 50 miles an hour because it was black ice. He couldn't stop, and he was speeding. And so my car got pushed into the intersection. And at the time I had my head turned to the passenger. I was talking to the passenger, probably being like, can you believe that shit? That fucking bitch. And my neck went this way. So it turned, my head was to a right angle. My neck bent forward. Terrible shit. I developed a TMJ. So I have TMJ from that. And
Too much jizz.
Too much jizz.
That's what I've always called it.
It's terrible. I wouldn't recommend it.
Way too much jizz.
Way too much.
Yep.
And then my shoulders jacked up. So I did about 5 years of physical therapy while you guys were in New York and avoided surgery. And I still have trouble with it. But so it was a bad car accident and totaled my car because he hit me so fast or going so fast. A year later, after getting adjusted and fixed and chiropractic I got rear-ended again on the way to work. Almost the same situation again. It's not funny at all. It was 366 days charge. So, yeah, I have been in a car accident. And it was stupid. Here's another thing. When you're driving, when you're coming up to a stop light and there's traffic in front of you, my grandma taught me this thing. And I practice it and I want to pass it on. Do with it what you will. But when you're rolling to your stop, if you cannot see the car in front of you's tires, you're too close. You need to be able to see their tires because if you get rear-ended, it's not likely that you're going to hit them. But if you're right up on their ass and all you can see is their bumper, You can't see that you're way too close. If there was a collision, a chain reaction, like you would be part of it.
So you know that the reason I have a lazy eye is because of a car accident?
Yes.
Yeah.
You're a baby.
Fucking bullshit.
You're a baby.
And then I got hit by a drunk driver.
When?
Remember that?
No.
I was in high school. It was my senior
vaguely
year, I
remember
think.
that.
And I was going to...
Don't drive drunk.
I was driving
by the way,
to...
don't do that.
Yeah, no, listen.
Way not cool.
I'll have that conversation another day, but... You know, we all make mistakes.
I mean, I'm not judging.
Things happen. No, but this guy's name was Gregory Eggleston, if you can hear me.
Never heard of her.
I'm a 16-year-old, 17-year-old. I had just lost a bunch of weight, so I was going to drive to one of my choir mates' mother's house, and she was going to reupholster. I mean, not reupholster.
Wow.
Take in my, well, it was the size of a fucking, it was literally the size of a sofa. So she was going to take in my dress. Like, so I'm driving over there. It's kind of like the back, like Regner, I think that's the road it's called.
Oh, you remembered
It's like a windy kind of back roadish.
Mm-hmm.
It's dark.
Yeah.
And all I remember is seeing fucking headlights. And like, I couldn't see shit. And he was coming right, like he was right there. But to my right is a drop off. Like there's nothing, I can't turn anywhere. So I let it get as close as fucking possible. And then I jerked to the right. Thank God I did it where I did, because I literally would have fucking died. But he was fucking trashed, ripped off. My wheel completely exploded. His is exploded. The airbag went off while I was doing the same thing as you. I don't know, turned this way, like in a, defense mode. I don't know. So I tore all of the thoracic muscles in my back. Oh, that's how that happened. He rolls out of the car covered in his own piss.
Well, he tried to drive away first.
Oh, yeah, he tried to drive away, but he didn't have a wheel. And then he gets out, and he's fucking just stumbling, piss all over the place. And he's like, we don't need to call the police. This is just a little accident.
Oh,
and like
no.
a fucking earth angel, this woman was right behind me. And she's like, no, I'm a lawyer, and I saw every fucking thing that happened.
Amazing.
And 2 cars back, there's a cop. And I was like, oh my God. So it was terrifying though. It was fucking terrifying.
So
I still don't like
remember
driving
that.
at night.
Well, people
'Cause
are
of lights.
unpredictable. Jeremy likes to drive at night. He's a
I
rebel.
wear my sunglasses at night.
Oh.
So I can.
Well, Jeremy, can you answer the question quickly? Biggest pet peeve?
I don't like repeating myself.
Oh, that's it for him.
Which is really hard since Zach's deaf, my mom's deaf, Stan's deaf.
James deaf.
What'd you say?
get it.
I can get used to it, but
No.
but it would happen at work too. Like I hate repeating myself.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
That would be
Huh?
my biggest.
Huh? What'd you say, Jeremy?
Huh?
Listen to me, goddammit!
I didn't hear you. Can you say that again?
Look at you, baby.
Kayli, do you have a question to ask me? Or do you want me to
Yes, I
ask
do.
the next one?
No, fuck off.
Oh.
JK, LOL. What's a good one? No, I know these things. Hang on, I have a whole fucking list.
Okay,
that
I have
put
another
in my-
question
Oh, you're such a
then.
bitch.
And I was just slapping your dog's buns, by the way. She has
Sneezing?
got the best
This-
biscuits.
It's just this sneezing
loves
glitter or farting confetti.
Sneezing what?
Sneezing glitter or farting confetti. I know Andrea's answer.
What is it?
Farting fucking confetti.
James, what's my answer?
Farting confetti.
Yeah.
Obvi. Boring.
I would call it confarting.
Confarting.
Yeah, but then if you're like driving around and you like puff a lolly and you get like glitter stuck in your cooch,
Or
Oh
you're
my
trying
God.
to. Oh, that does it.
I won't tell you
That
this
doesn't
story on
happen?
here.
then you can
Oh,
just
okay.
sneeze anywhere you are and just
You couldn't
It's like-
hide it. That's the thing that would
it'd
suck.
be fun.
But actually, I would just wink. Because, you get those sneakers out like in an elevator, or maybe that's just me. I just like wonk them out before work. There's a whole party in the elevator before I walk in. Did you fart? No.
Yeah, but no, because no one would see the glitter unless you like pulled your pants down and like glitter was like. Otherwise, you just have a fucking diaper full of glitter.
No, it
It's
would
not
just fall
glitter,
down your
it's
legs.
confetti.
Oh,
You
okay, whatever.
you
It fell down my
dumbass.
leg.
You go,
Yeah, Jeremy.
It's still be stuck in
What
your
did you say?
underwear.
I can't hear you. Just kidding.
Andrew, why is there a pile of glitter at your ankles?
Nothing.
It's confetti.
That's why I said glitter. you
Stinks.
Son of a bitch. I thought you were going to hit me. Oh my God,
like
I cowered in
always?
fear.
That's
Because
good.
it's his anger. It's so scary. We will talk
Oh.
about that too, because it's real.
Anger is
Remember
real.
when I was at Glencoe? Well, we lived together, and I was like, "Does anybody know where the garbage bags are?" Stan doesn't answer. Jeremy doesn't answer. And I'm like, "Anyone? Garbage bags, the black big ones. Anyone know where they are? Have you checked where they fucking go?" That's Jeremy. And I was like, "All right." Like, what in Satan's asshole?
And he flipped you off.
God, it would be shit like that. Just 0 to 100 real quick. Bye. Jeremy's leaving us.
Make good choices.
He's going to go take his lunch break. Oh, and Winifred has something to say.
Oh, my goodness.
I have 2 dogs that are always with me. Winifred and Daphne.
Sorry,
they were
baby.
both adopted from Bark, Long Island. Barrk. I'm not promoting them because I make money, but they're just really great. I've adopted 3 dogs from them. So Winnie her entire litter was in a
The other dog
kill
your
shelter.
mom has.
Yes, my mom
Just to be
has
clear.
the 3rd dog.
The dogs are all living.
Yes, they're all living. Winnie was in a fucking kill shelter in Georgia with all of her siblings. And the mom that you saw with the... Oh my God. You saw her mom, right?
Yes. Her
Fucking
twin.
Beautiful. And she got rescued from there. And Daphne was found on the streets of Puerto Rico with missing her tail and her 2 siblings. She has a brother and a sister. And I don't know Nora's story. I'll ask my mom. It'll probably be very tragic.
She's probably made up an entire dialogue for her.
She triangulates.
God. So,
Oh, I didn't ask you a question.
oh yeah, ask your question.
That's
'cause I was gonna ask
stupid.
one. I waited till Who named her Nora?
My mom. I did not want it to be Nora. I can't remember what name it was. Winnie was always Winnie. You were always Winnie before.
I was talking about that today
Why
because
did
we
they
each
saw
have a
you?
pet named Winnie.
That's really weird.
Mm-hmm.
But not Winifred.
That.
Oh, baby. What is it?
Mine is not Winifred. She is Winona. Like Judd.
I like
Writer.
it. I have videos of me and Zach dancing to Winona Judd. My mom went to one of their concerts and she got like the VHS of all their like music videos back when music videos were a thing.
Yeah.
And there was this one song that me and Zach would just go crazy to, dancing in my mom's shoes, like high heels
you know what
and
song it
bathing
was?
suits. I can't remember the uppity one. If I saw it, I would know it. But then we would always end it with shit. Love can build a bridge. Do you know that song? Between your heart and mine. And she's like, oh, yes, I do.
I think this is it.
I don't know.
This is No One Else on Earth.
No one else on earth. Yes,
is the
this
one.
is it. Oh my God.
I just had to know what it was.
You did.
I had to know which one it
No one
was.
else on earth.
You can give us a call and ask for advice.
Oh my God. We have a phone line now.
So give us a call and tell us a story. Something funny, something sad,
Something,
serious. Ask for advice. Or if you have a prank call request, let us know that too.
You can reach us at 971-361-9227.
Write that down.
971-361-9227. Woo.